Marley from the Bradley Public Library, and today we are going to be making a coloring book dish. So before we get crafting, here is what you're going to need. So for starters, I have coloring pages. I have 2 of them. You can print out whatever you like. We're going to be making a little wreath, so try to be kind of aware of like the spacing and kind of the overlap. So I chose ones that didn't have a ton of overlap so they'd be easier to cut out. Clear dish, kind of you can do whatever size that you'd like. Dishwasher safe Mod Podge. A lot of syllables. I have rubbing alcohol, paint brushes, scissors, and a marker. And then I also have some cotton balls here that will help us do the rubbing alcohol. So to get started, I am going to clean the back of this dish with the rubbing alcohol, just to make sure that I get all of that glue off, because that can kind of impede the Mod Podge from working, and also then from the coloring book stuff from sticking on here. So I'm just doing a little bit, and we are just going to rub that around the whole back, even where the sticker hadn't been, just to be safe. And then after that, we are going to be cutting out the coloring book pages. So I'm just going to cut out all the pieces that even remotely look cute to me, just to make sure that I have a lot of options. So I'm going to start with that, and then we will piece together kind of a wreath design. Have a lot of choices that we can make. It's very squeaky. And so from there we will put it together. So here we are, let's get started. Okay, so I have cut out all my pieces. I did use a Sharpie to highlight some of those more defined lines that I wanted to be able to see as I was cutting out, but I did cut out some additional parts just to create some contrast. Some of the lines that were really thin, I chose not to draw over, just because I didn't want them to become really bulky. So what we're going to do next is we are going to do kind of a rough placement of where we want these to be. I'm going to be doing them in a wreath format, just kind of around the edge of the plate, but you can obviously do it however you'd like. And then after that, we will be misting both sides with water, and we will be using the Mod Podge to glue them on. We'll be putting it on the face of the cutouts, and then we will be moving on from there. So that's what we're going to do next. Okay, so now that I feel pretty good about the placement of these, obviously they might move a little bit, but we'll try to keep it pretty similar to this because this looks pretty good to me. I'm going to mist the front and backs of them, and then I'm going to use the decoupage and put it on the face of them. I also have scissors on hand, just to try to clip them in any areas where they don't fall flat on the plate because of the curve and because, you know, they're paper. So we will be doing that now. Okay, so this is basically what it's going to look like in the end. I'm going to have to do the decoupage later because it requires several coats. So in between each coat, you have to wait between 1 and 2 hours, let it dry, and then do like 2 to 3 coats total. So this is what it looks like. I love the pink. It took a lot of layers, took quite a bit of paint to really get that like very deep color that didn't have a lot of streaks on it. So one thing that you're really going to want to pay attention to is the fact that if the paper is not very firm against the plate, you run the risk of getting paint underneath it, which happened in a couple of places, but it's not terribly noticeable, and I don't really care because I think it's cute. So that is it. I would definitely recommend taking a lot of time to really make sure that that is glued down really well. I'm going to do the decoupage next and just let that dry overnight, do several layers over the next couple of days. But that's the gist. So it's super cute. You can print off these flowers on actual colored paper, and you could do it white with the background. You have a lot of options. There's really no limit to what you could do. Make cute little sets of plates that are completely your own. So thank you so much. I hope you have a wonderful day. Enjoy your little plates. Thanks for being here. Bye.